Mrs. Coulter was not inclined to let go of any possession, especially so valuable a treasure as this little girl. Lyra was pursued and would have been caught. But help arrived from an unlikely source.
Egyptians.
Her new friends would not only protect her from the long arm of Mrs. Coulter, but welcome her as family.
Marcosta.
And so it was, during her meeting with John Farr and Father Coram, that Lyra first attempted to read the alethiometer.
The Master of Jordan gave me this.
It's an alethiometer. You've got 3 hands you can control. By pointing at 3 symbols, you can ask any sort of question you can imagine. Once you've got your question framed, this other needle points to more symbols that give you the answer.
Can I try?
What are you doing, Lyra? You don't know how to read it.
Hush, Pan.
A difficult task at best. A fool's errand without decades of practice and a host of manuals. Lyra performed the impossible without a moment's doubt.
Mrs. A. Rocher is a spy, and spies have to be cunning. Maybe like a serpent. The bee, maybe.
Why'd you pick that one?
Because bees are always working hard. And if you're a spy, you have to work hard. Plus you use cunning, and then you learn something.
Let's see if it works.
That's not so hard.
Are you all right?
Is Mr. De Ruyter...
Yes, Lyra. He's gone.
The alethiometer? It knew. Maybe I could have helped him.
There's nothing you could have done. But if you learn to read that instrument, we may be able to prevent future tragedies.
You're right. I'll do my best.
Don't worry, little one. It happens to everyone first time out of water. As soon as you're feeling well enough, Father Coram would like to speak with you. He's in the meeting room below decks. How are you getting on here, Lyra?
Just fine, thanks. Pan likes the sea a lot.
Well, carefully he doesn't like it too much, or he may end up settling as a dolphin or some such, and then you're never going to see dry land again.
No. That can't really happen, can it?
No, I'm just having you on. It's happened to a sailor or two, but you ain't tied enough to the sea to worry about it.
Father Coram should be in the meeting room at the fore of the ship.
Hold on there, kid. You don't need to be bothering the sailors down there. If you've got a message for the engine room, you can give it to me.
Father Coram should be in the meeting room at the fore of the ship.
Ain't you scared of coming with us, Lyra?
No, not really.
It's okay if you are. There ain't nothing wrong with being scared. Not of something like this.
Are you scared?
No, not really.
We can't go up there. It's far too smoky.
Do you think we'll get to see any witches?
Depends where we end up going, but I think we'd be hard-pressed not to.
Have you ever met a witch?
No, and I'd like to keep it that way. Their ways ain't the same as ours, so they might help you one minute and kill you the next.
Father Coram should be in the meeting room at the fore of the ship. Lyra, that's the officers' quarters. We shouldn't disturb them.
But I only want to look.
You only wanted to look at the retiring room too, and I don't need to remind you how that went. Ow! My eyes!
You're not supposed to stare into the sun, Pan.
Father Coram should be in the meeting room at the fore of the ship.
I don't care what Lord Fa and Father Coram say. A rescue mission ain't no place for a little girl.
No more dallying now, Lyra. Father Coram's below decks, and it's not polite to keep him waiting.
Look at that sky. You ever see anything like that before?
I've never even left England. This is amazing.
It's a huge world out there, Lyra. I've been travelling it most of my life, and ain't seen but a piece.
Father Coram should be in the meeting room at the fore of the ship.
Hello there, Lyra. Are you feeling better?
A little, thanks.
Have you had much opportunity to practice with the alethiometer yet?
I'm trying, but it's hard to figure out what all the symbols mean.
That's the trick, isn't it? Even with a gift like yours, it could still take a lifetime to understand all the meanings.
Do you know any of them?
Only a few. Take the hourglass, for example. Its first meaning is obvious. Time. But it also has a second, deeper meaning. Death.
That's not too hard.
Not all of them are so straightforward, though. What do you think the apple means?
Knowledge. I already learned that one.
Yes, but it has another meaning as well. Sin.
Okay, that makes sense.
When you see a symbol, understand the context and associate the symbol with the meaning. Try it now with this apple.
So, if I see something that matches a symbol from the alethiometer, I might be able to understand a new meaning.
Precisely. There may only be 36 symbols, but for all we know, their meanings are limitless. You're bound to uncover new meanings all the time, and the more you understand, the easier it will be to read the alethiometer.
If I can ever focus for more than a few minutes without getting sick.
Yes, of course. Why don't you go back to the deck and speak with Jerry? I think he'll have just the thing to help you get your sea legs.
That makes sense. Now I understand. That's it. I knew I could figure it out. Aha! I understand now. It's all falling into place.
Lyra, I don't want to feel sick anymore. Can we go talk to Jerry?
Hello, Ness. Is there anything you're doing I can help you with?
No, but I bet there's something I can help you with. After your run-in with the gobblers in London, I thought you could use a few lessons on self-defense.
Ooh, like karate? I've always wanted to learn that.
Not exactly. More along the lines of how to avoid people trying to collect the GOB's reward. You ready to do a little sparring? Whoa!
Which to
I can
choose?
barely... That's it! Not fair. I'm just trying to help. That's it! Not fair. I'm just trying to help. That's it! Not fair. I'm just trying to help.
Good times.
None too shabby, Lyra. Now come talk to me again if you feel you need more practice. And if you want pantomime to learn as well, Adamo here will be happy to help.
Lyra, I don't want to feel sick anymore. Can we go talk to Jerry?
careful. Don't let me catch you.
I should pick one.
Whoa.
Fast.
I can barely... Whoa. And come here,
Oh
you.
no!
Don't let me drag you off. Uh-oh. I'm about to spirit you off somewhere horrible. That's it. Whoa. I can barely... And come here, you. Whoa. And come here, you. Now you've got it.
No sweat.
It looks like you're pretty good at this. I don't know if there's any more I can teach you.
Do you feel any better?
It's definitely helping, but my head still hurts. I guess I could do something else.
Lyra, I don't want to feel sick anymore. Can we go talk to Jerry?
I should pick one. Fast.
Good work, Ben. Lyra might be able to learn a thing or two from you.
Finally, somebody else recognises that. Lyra, I don't want to feel sick anymore. Can we go talk to Jerry?
What are you doing over here?
I'll tell you, but you have to promise not to say anything.
Sure.
See, me and Deianira was exploring since we never been on a ship this big before. But she got tangled in the rigging and now can't get down.
And you can't leave because she's up there.
She's got to come down sometime, but we've already been here going on an hour.
Pan and I could help you, couldn't we?
Of course. I certainly wouldn't like to be stuck up there.
Really? I sure appreciate this, you two.
Hold on, Lyra. We can't go up there yet. I know we need to rescue Deianira, but my fur would smell like smoke for days.
Maybe we could convince someone to close this one off. Just for a little while.
Maybe Bram could pass a message to the engine room.
That sailor on the front deck. He didn't seem very friendly, but we could try.
Lyra, I don't want to feel sick anymore. Can we go talk to Jerry?
Let's see. What do we have here? I'm supposed to ask if you can ask the engine room to stop the smoke in the rear stack for a little while.
Now, why on earth would I do that?
Well, Jerry said, if I'm to stay on the ship, I need to earn my keep by clearing out the smokestack grill.
I don't think it's safe for a little girl to be clambering up that smokestack.
Sure, it ain't much for me. Why, I was the Jordan College climbing champion 3 years running.
Maybe so. But Father Coram would still hold me responsible if anything happened to you.
I only have to go up a little and I'll have the grill to hold on to. I'll be low enough that I won't get hurt even if I do fall.
All right. I'll pass the message along to the engine room. But promise me you'll be careful up there now.
Lyra, I don't want to feel sick anymore. Can we go talk to Jerry? First you're too ill to stand, now you're pretending you're in the circus.
Quiet you, I'm concentrating.
How's that?
My stomach's still a bit off. But it's not as bad as it was. One more task ought to do it.
Lyra, I don't want to feel sick anymore. Can we go talk to Jerry?
You know, Lyra, even though no Egyptian would dare turn you in, there are plenty of folks out there who'd gladly take the oblation board's reward money.
You don't need to tell me twice. I've had enough of being kidnapped for one lifetime.
The best way for you to go unnoticed in the north is for you to pass as Egyptian child. Most folks don't give us a second glance.
So, should I borrow some clothes, or...
Being Egyptian ain't all about the way you dress. Now, I notice you've been picking up our way of speech on your own, but you're gonna have to think on your feet if anyone talks to you. I've heard you're a fair-handed fooling people already, though.
Well, Ma Costa did say I was deceptive.
She paid you quite a compliment then. Come on, let's see you in action. Pretend I'm a landloper inquiring into your business.
One of these might come in handy. The Magisterium won't recognise me if I'm with you guys, right? They'll think I'm Egyptian.
Not if you keep up like last time. Let's try again. Greet me like Egyptian would.
That's never Alphonse, is it? Good to see you, old son.
Well done, young lady. If I didn't know better, I'd have thought you were one of Ryan Van Dien's children.
Lyra, I don't want to feel sick anymore.
One of these might come in handy. So, do you think I could pass for Egyptian now?
Not quite yet. We Egyptians are sailors, and there's a very important part of being a sailor. Swearing. Now, let's see how you do.
What are you up to, you barnacle-encrusted land goat?
Bravo! I was a bit put off just listening to that. What if the ship had just run aground? What then?
You squid heads. We're on the blasted rocks now because of you squabs.
Whew. I got goosebumps just there, Lyra. You're starting to sound like a full-blooded Egyptian.
Wow. Jerry was right. I do feel better.
That's good. For both of us. Let's go see what Father Coram wanted us to do.
Let's see. What do we have here?
You know, Alphonse, turns out I have Egyptian blood in me after all.
That's so. Which family do you come from?
My grandmother was cousin to the head of the Hartman family.
Your gran must have known some of my parents' friends. Good family, that. How did you end up in Oxford, then?
My grandmother moved there after her husband died, and after what happened to my parents, I was placed in the charge of Jordan College.
Stands to reason. Hard to keep Egyptian in one place too long. So, what are you doing back on the water?
I've always loved the water, since I was a little girl. So as soon as I got my first chance, I stowed away on a ship. And here I am.
Colour me impressed, little one. I know better, and I'd still swear you was one of us. The magisterium will never guess you used to be a little scamp from Oxford.
Lyra, I don't want to feel sick anymore. Can we go talk to Jerry? Lyra, I don't want to feel sick anymore. Can we go talk to Jerry?
Why'd you press so hard to go north, Lyra?
I've always wanted to go, since I can remember. Because my uncle spends so much time there. But now, mostly I want to help rescue those kids. If there's anything I can do, I have to do it.
I'll tell you, I've heard a lot of reasons for doing just about anything. But that's the best of them.
Lyra, I don't want to feel sick anymore. Can we go talk to Jerry?
Father Coram said you might have something to make me feel better.
Haha, just the thing, in fact. Swabbing the deck.
I was hoping it was more like some medicine.
That's the best medicine there is. Nothing gets your sea legs under you faster than a little hard work.
Oh boy.
Head to the rear deck. You have to go up the ladder over the engine room. You'll find a mop back there.
Sounds a bit fishy to me.
And while you're busy with that, you might ask some of the others if they need any help. There's never a shortage of tasks to be done on board a ship.
This isn't so bad.
Certainly is a far cry from the luxury of Mrs. Coulter's flat.
I'd swab 1,000 decks with my tongue before I'd go back to that awful place. Why do demons have to settle at all?
Well, your demon's a part of you. And when you're young, you want to be a million different things. Get a bit older and you start focusing on the things you love most, and your demon follows suit.
But I want Pan to be able to change forever.
I remember feeling like that when I was a boy. But there's something nice about it when your demon settles. It lets you know a lot about yourself somehow.
That's it.
Ah, Lyra. It looks like Jerry's medicine did the trick.
I feel much better, thank you.
Do you think you could read the alethiometer now?
I think so. What do you want me to ask?
As you know, Lyra, your disappearance caused quite a stir back in London. The authorities are looking all over for you, but we've taken it upon ourselves to keep you safe. In order to do that, we need to know what Mrs. Coulter is planning.
Okay. I'll try and figure it out. Now I understand. I can't understand the answer. There are so many symbols. I think it's trying to tell me danger is approaching.
I'm sorry, but I just don't know, Lyra. Maybe one of the other sailors can help you.
Didn't Jerry say the mop was on the rear deck?
I need something. Fast.
No sweat.
Well, I'm certainly glad to be finished up there. That was more than enough excitement for one day.
It's not fair. I just got used to being on a ship and now I'm stuck in my room.
Don't worry. It probably won't be long before we get to Troller's End anyway.
It was this night that Lyra and I first met. She was certainly pleased.
Who are you?
But I could live another 1,000 years and never forget that moment.
Father Coram wishes to know whether child cutters take their prey.
Egyptian vessel! Stop your engines and prepare to be boarded! Official magisterial business!
Lyra, what are you doing up here? You're supposed to be hiding below.
There was a witch. A real witch. She was flying and everything. She gave me a message for Father Coram.
Never mind that now. Head for the rear deck and keep out of sight. I'll see if I can't cut this visit from the inspector short. Good evening, Inspector. I dare say we didn't expect you at this hour, but I'm sure I can still muster up your... fees?
I'm afraid that won't be the case this time. The Operation Board's insisting that every boat be thoroughly checked, and the reward they're offering is a far sight more than your bribes.
I see. Well, I certainly wouldn't want to stand in the way of a man in his job. I'll have someone let you into the hold.
We're not looking for contraband, we're searching for a runaway child. Tell the rest of your crew to remain in their cabins until we finish. You two, search below decks. Everyone else, topside.
We need to head to the rear deck, like Jerry said. Stay away from the light. If we stay here, they're going to find us.
Oh no! I left the alethiometer in the meeting room. We have to get down there before they find it.
Oh, for crying out loud. Commonwealth, have you got a light? Mine's gone out.
I can't believe that worked. You're lucky he's a bit thick.
What's happened to it?
Some snow must have fallen onto it from the masts.
Fell, or someone knocked it loose?
Have a climb up and check.
This whole exercise is pointless. What's the board want with this girl anyhow?
Who knows? Maybe Coulter just really likes that kid.
That lady doesn't like anyone, especially children. Have you been below the officers recently?
Shh! Do you want one of these Egyptians to hear you? Keep your mouth shut and let's get this nonsense over with. Did you hear something?
Above the engine room. I'll climb up and check it out.
Stay behind the crate while it's sliding.
What's that? Oh, just a crate.
Playing truant officer for the Magisterium. Blah. There better be something here to make it worth my while.
Maybe we could try distracting this one too. It's dark under the table.
Right on
You might not notice you there.
Ah, it's broken. As if it weren't dark enough in here already. Why aren't you on deck with the others? See, I was... Why is that light off? Never mind. I've already gone through this room, so we're done here.
Yes, sir.
Get moving. We've got a long night ahead of us. Thank you for your cooperation. Present these documents when you register with the Port Authority in Trollerson.
Absolutely, Inspector. Best of luck with the search.